What a night of boxing from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Huge fights, massive implications, some shock results, some absolute downright disasters. Let's break it all down and see what's next for the big winners and also what's next for the losers. In our main event, Dmitry Bivol put on a boxing masterclass to narrowly outscore Artur Beterbiev to win the Undisputed Light Heavyweight Championship. This fight was extremely tight. Bivol boxing well from range, Beterbiev putting on the pressure as he always does, rumbling forward behind his jab, throwing those short power punches of his. But Bivol did an absolutely fantastic job of neutralising him with movements, sharp counters. But for me, what really made a difference in this fight was what Bivol did when he was hurt. In the first fight, every time Bivol got hurt or stunned, he shelled up and he stopped punching. And this allowed Beterbiev to outwork him and take the round. It also made it clear to the viewers at home, like myself, that he'd hurt him. This time around, Bivol didn't do this. He didn't climb up as much. He still offered counters, and it just enabled him to sneak this decision. It was very tight, but I think the right man got the decision. It seems that Bivol wants Canelo next, and who can blame him? That's where the money is. But I don't want to see that fight. We know what'll happen. It'll just be like the first fight. He'll just outbox him. A third fight with Beterbiev definitely makes more sense to me. Both of the contests were extremely tight. We got some unfinished business here. Although, realistically, Beterbiev's 40 years old. He isn't going to get any better. I don't think he can fight any differently. So Bivol should take the third fight rather convincingly, but stranger things have happened. Joseph Parker looked extremely sharp and powerful. He looked bloody enormous in the ring, I thought, as he destroyed Martin Bakole in just 2 rounds. Absolute disastrous result for the 300-pound Bakole. Bakole had come in with 48 hours notice to replace Daniel Dubois, and obviously that's far from bloody ideal. What you're going to do, you're going to jump on a flight, come across here, probably not a lot of sleep, go through your medicals and whatnot. Yep, Bakole can't have been particularly ready, but he looked ridiculously relaxed and confident, maybe too overconfident. And in the second round, he got absolutely nailed. This loss badly damages Bakole's stock, it really does. Don't get me wrong, he's got loads of excuses why he wasn't able to perform on fight night, as we've just gone through. But the fact he was wiped out so easily, oh, it's going to be a long road back for him. Hopefully the Saudis will give him another chance based on the fact that he came into this so late and he took an enormous risk to save the show. So while I'm sure Bakole's bank account is currently looking very healthy, his stock is not. As for Parker, third big win in the row. This one comes with an asterisk, of course, but let's get Parker a title shot. He's a nice guy. He's done this the hard way. He deserves a shot at Usyk. Does he stand a chance against Usyk? Absolutely not, but he's earned his chance. Pound for pound entrance, Shakur Stevenson looked as sharp as ever. Great body work from him. Josh Padley was extremely game. My fellow Yorkshireman really did us proud. Every time he was hit with body shots, he fired back. He really fought with tremendous heart. Cannot knock it at all. He was getting frustrated when he was getting knocked down by these body shots, but he still dragged his ass off the floor every single time. With a full fight camp, this kid is a real handful, and domestically, it's going to take someone really good to beat him. Meanwhile, Shakur Stevenson looking good, and he wants that big fight against Tank Davis. Probably the biggest disappointment of the night for me was Hamza Shiraz's performance against Carlos Adamez. Shiraz has looked like the British Tommy Hearns coming through, but on fight night, he didn't quite deliver. He looked one-paced at times. Lots of excuses coming back from Frank Warren. Talk of Shiraz having a broken hand, struggling to make weight. Still, it was a great learning experience for Shiraz. He'll come back stronger than this. If it is down to weight and the hand injury, fair enough, he did really well. Adamez, however, really should have been awarded this decision. The judges scored it a draw, but Adamez, he was the real winner here, and he will hopefully move on to bigger fights. Shiraz, meanwhile, needs to go back to the drawing board, and he has to get over this annoying habit he has of waiting for his turn to punch, which allows somebody like Adamez to simply keep punching, and it just keeps Shiraz in his shell, allowing Adamez to dominate the round. But this can be addressed in the gym, but Shiraz was very lucky to come away with a draw here, but I'm sure he'll come back better, and yeah, let's get Adamez that big fight he deserves. Virgil Ortiz Jr. really did impress me. He's better than I thought. Before the fight, I figured Israel Madrimov would defeat him. After all, Madrimov had pushed Terence Crawford all the way, but Ortiz was a sound winner of this. His aggression, body punches, combinations, Really excellent stuff by Ortiz. He picked up the interim WBC Super Welterweight Championship, but this guy deserves a big fight. He is one of the best fighters pound for pound on planet Earth right now, I think. I want to see him fight Terence Bud Crawford. Let's see what happens there. As for Madrimov, I was slightly disappointed with him, but to be honest, he still fought well. He landed some great shots, some excellent moves, and he's certainly one of the best super welterweights in the world still. I'm absolutely sure that this talented fighter will come again. In a dramatic heavyweight clash, one of my favourite fighters in the division, Agit Kabayel, absolutely dominated Zhilei Zhang. Just battered Zhang to the body, outmanned him. Zhang had a good first round, but as soon as Kabayel started battering him, he was blowing out of his ass, to be honest. Zhang, an explosive puncher with a very low work rate, he just fights in spurts, was made for Kabayel. Kabayel just tortured him to the body. Zhang nearly turned it around in the fifth, scoring a knockdown, but Kabayel showed good recovery, got to his feet, continued to show why he's the best body puncher in the heavyweight division. He's just so consistent with his attacks to that area, continued to rattle them off. Down went Zhang in the sixth, and fight over. Great performance by Kabayel, third big win on the bounce. He deserves a huge fight, he really, really does. Personally, if I'm Turki Al-Sim and the promoters, what I'd like to do, I would give Kabayel a fight against Dubois while Parker fights Usyk. That seems fair. The winner of the Kabayel-Dubois fight then fights the winner of the Parker versus Usyk fight. Easy peasy. But I've thought this for a long, long time. Kabayel is a real handful for anyone in the division, including Usyk. And he might just have the skills to defeat Dubois and then to defeat Usyk. He's really, really good. And in the fight of the night, Callum Smith revitalized his career as he won an absolutely epic 12-round decision over Joshua Buatsi. Buatsi's performance was fantastic. He's better than I thought he was, to be honest. I always fancied Smith in this one. I just thought he had more to his game, and so it proved. But Smith showed those beautiful combinations of his, landed some absolutely devastating left hooks, fantastic body work. He controlled the later rounds, used his experience, and was a worthy winner of this one. Smith is a great fighter, but sadly he's in the same division as Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol, so he's a little bit stuck. A rematch with Buatsi seems like the best idea. Certainly is for Buatsi anyway. If Smith doesn't want to go down that route, he could look for a big domestic showdown against Anthony Yard, or if he's extremely brave, he could roll the dice against David Benavidez. That would be an absolutely amazing fight while it lasted. So, fight fans, what an incredible night of boxing. From dramatic knockdowns to controversial decisions, this event had it all. The landscape of several divisions has been altered, setting up numerous potential exciting matchups in the future. Let me know what you thought of this card, fight fans, and also what you think's next for all these fighters. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for all the latest boxing results, news, gossip, and all that crap. Thank you, fight fans. See you again next time.